Question for you.
Here we go.
The content stuff, the mic'd up, the live reacts.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that for potentially the NFL?
We're going to get fined. That's the difference. We, at the NFL level, care about optics. We care about the shield, and we got this, like, fake sense of, we act like we're up here at times in terms of how we police it, how we will find and do whatever for whatever little thing. XFL, they're not doing that. So you can have a hot mic around. Duke and Kerr say what he want to do. Because let's be real. If the biggest name that I'm talking about is a Sean Davis, a Matt Elam, a Ben DiNucci, or a Josh Gordon, that's not going to be a headline. But let it be Kenny Pickett out here saying something crazy to a player. Let it be, I don't know, Deontay saying something slick to a coach. Or a coach saying something like how you could, because you saw the same, like some of the coaches, like how they would flip out on some of these dudes, man, and they would really say some stuff. You imagine if Matt Canada, when Ben was playing, if he would have been like, man, Ben is effing up out here. Ben is not reading this right. If he would have said that, regardless of what we know or not, but think if you said that, everybody's going to lose their mind. That to me is why we can't do it at the NFL level, because people, like, they going to take that to a whole nother level.
Not only that, it's just something I don't really want with the NFL.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be reality TV. There's just, I think there's things
like for
it's
the
better
XFL,
that
it
I
makes
don't
sense.
know.
For the XFL, I think it's
that's your way to differentiate.
It's like a perfect thing of we're not as serious as the NFL, but we're still to a certain level. But this is what makes us different. We don't have $1 billion worth of marketing and $1 billion worth of building up storylines on all these players. Think about it, man, we will have storylines on everybody.
Yeah.
They ain't got that going on with the XFL right now. So what's your catch? Man, we're going to open the mic up. You want to hear the thought process when this coach is calling cover 4 and he's like, man, what this cornerback looking at? I love that for this league. I get a chance to hear that. So as a football nerd, I'm like, man, I love to hear this offensive coordinator call this and say, oh, he got the wide shallow. All right. Well, let me look what wide dragon. All right, cool. Oh, he said we got the 6. I bet. Let me hear that. Because I don't always hear those calls because I was on the defense side. So it's educational for me at times too. So that's kind of how I look at it. But I just thought, like, as a whole, if you're just talking about just having a game on, like when I think of Saturdays, when JMU's not playing, I just had college football on, right? To me, that XFL product on ESPN gave me that same vibe of, man, if I need something in the background that look a little flashy, I know a name here or there. I'm like, yeah, I thought it was cool.
And then you could get something that sets it apart from the other ones.
Yes.
Because it doesn't have, like in college football, the tradition, the schools,
yeah,
the legacy.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have the elite players.
Right.
And also, you're right, all the millions of marketing. Yeah. The storylines are already writing themselves for the NFL. Absolutely. You don't need all this extra stuff. And it's, like I said, it's just something I wouldn't really want to see. Keep it how it is. It's been perfect thus far.
I'm with you, bro.
I don't need that extra stuff. When stuff leaks out or something, that's when you take it and you enjoy it for what it, like whenever Brady was yelling at his O-line last year. It's like, cool. You get some stuff but it flies out here and there,
but
leaks out.
Brady has a hot mic on
like
right
this
now.
This is what we're trying to sell to you. It's like, oh,
absolutely.
This is why you're watching the NFL.
Yeah.
It's like, no, this is the outlier scenario. Yeah. This is what makes it cool because we usually don't get this.
Yes. To me, I like that. I think that is what's separating it right now, but in a positive way. But I'm with you. I don't want the NFL doing it. I think it will bring down the NFL's brand a little bit. And as individuals, it was times where even when they mic us up for the games, like for NFL films, it's certain players that didn't want to be mic'd up because they're like, bro, if I say something, who knows if you clip this thing out or not? And all it takes is you not clipping it because you don't think it's egregious. And now this gets said and now my image, my brand is ruined because of that. And that's some of the stuff that you got to worry about, even with just the NFL Films mic'd up version. It's been times when I did a mic'd up, the dude came back to me and was like, bro, we couldn't use a lot of your content. It was beep, 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 laughing, beep, beep, beep. You might say a dude's name, but other than that, we can't use this. I'm like, yo, like, I'm playing the game. What you think? Like, this how I talk when it's on. So it's things like that where at the NFL level, I'm like, yeah, this ain't going to work, bro. Y'all be looking at me, man, my mom would have called my phone like, hey, baby, you done lost your mind up there now. But yeah, that's the part of it.
Is being mic'd up bothersome at all?
To some people, yes, because you're looked at like you're the Fed, so to speak, man. It's like, bro, I don't know.
Well, how does it feel? Like, how's the mic?
Nah, they put it in your shoulder pads in the back. So like in the back of your shoulder pads, it's like a piece they'll like tape on, but it
doesn't feel any different.
You can feel like if I sit back, you can feel it. But in terms of like playing, nah, you ain't gonna feel like that.
Okay.
But you could definitely feel like if I lean back, you could feel it back there. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But it's probably like a little, like, probably like that big, a little square. Yeah.
Okay.
Sits right between your shoulder pads in the back.
The one soundbite I loved, and I was telling you this before we started recording, the one coach for the one team, I don't even know who it was, but anyone that has been paying attention to the XFL this weekend, or just probably just on Twitter and follows football, had to have seen it. Coach is down 30-0. They do an interview with him. I don't know if it was at halftime or what. And he just basically throws his whole team under the bus. He was like, we don't got players out there that want to play. And then the reporter's like, yeah, I saw you walking up and down the sideline looking at your players in the eye. Yeah, I was seeing who wanted to play. I was seeing who was actually going to go out there and do their job. Had nothing to do with coaching, I guess, being down 30-0.
Shoot, the one coach, he was like, hey, man, so today's performance didn't go the way y'all wanted it to go, but I'm sure there's a positive takeaway from this, man. Did anybody play well? Is there anyone that you can, say something positive about? Absolutely not. Walked. I said, God dang, like you.
We might be talking about the same guy.
Might be. Yeah. I'm just like, bro, I don't think that, that the NFL level usually just got a little bit more, there's just something about us where we don't do that per se. But the thing that is kind of crazy, though, is a lot of those dudes, though, that are on the coaching staff are league dudes. So with that, I always feel that dilemma of how are they, handling this thing? Do they look at this the same way as like when they played, or are they transitioning and looking at this as, man, these guys are not to this level, so we can't expect that? Like when I hear how they talk sometimes, I'm like, that's how we talk NFL levels, because we expect perfection. If we do something 10 times, man, I better be right 10 times. If I'm wrong one time, I'm bad. I can't be out there. If I'm wrong 2 times, I can't trust you. 3 times, get out of here. Like, that's how serious we take that thing. At the XFL, I'm like, bro, them dudes ain't on it like that. So that's why, like, when I hear them talking, I'm like, bro, you expecting that? That ain't the right product for that, though, man. Like, it's a different standard. It's a different way that we're wired. And that's why when you look at some of those guys that are talented and you say, well, why aren't they in the league? Not everybody has that type of discipline to, hey, you could be great today. I don't care. Do it again. You could be great 3 times. I don't care. Do it again. That's a different type of mindset, man.